Yo, it's SK. And in this video, what we're going to talk about is the exact script that we are using in the phone calls to share the vision with somebody that's causing them to join our team and putting them in a position where they can create financial freedom very quickly for themselves. Now, I've used this system for years, and I wish I could take the time in this video to explain everything. I simply can't. It would be too long. So utilize gottagetinline.com, click on the training tab, and watch all the training videos so that you can understand how this fits together like a puzzle. This is the script for step 1 in the process. Now, watch the Reboss video and watch the Abdeck video. Reboss stands for rapport, internet knowledge, business experience, asking qualifying questions, and setting a solid appointment. That should be the precursor to this video so you understand what's happening in the script. I'll detail it for you during this video, but we simply can't cover everything. So this is step 1, the script, what to say. Find the leads, when you're talking with the person, what to say. And once you've completed this script, then you're moving on to step 2. The way you complete the script means you either set an appointment for someone to meet with you over the phone and go through the website, and then you follow script number 2. Or you've completed this step by booking someone for a meeting locally in their area for them to go and chat with the people and high five and learn about everything that's happening. Okay? So, I'm going to go ahead and take it from the top. Alright? What you do is you join us, you watch the invite videos, you do a couple of the first steps, and you join us, and now you're ready to start working our leads. Our leads are generated from signs, from Craigslist, from Google, from other advertising, from people, all kinds of nonsense, flyers, all kinds of stuff, because energy is deregulating right now and it's happening too quick. So we don't have the time to mess around. So we're getting all of these inquiries that are happening. Literally have hundreds of leads every time we post, every time we put up a sign. So what I'm doing is putting everything in a central area using Google Docs, and on that lead sheet, in that central area is just the name, the phone number, the source that they came in, the status, and a few other things, okay? So when you access that system, so we go over here, you're going to access it in your Gmail. You see here is voicemail, 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 voicemail. You can see right here, if I just do a search real quick, voicemail. All the bold leads are leads that we haven't even put in the Excel sheet yet. Look, some people call back 5 times, call back 6 times, call back 2 times, call back 3 times. So it's unbelievable. It's a very real opportunity. Look, on page 2 of 21 to 40 of hundreds, you can see now, if it's not bold, that means we put it in the sheet. So where is the lead sheet? The lead sheet, we will give you access through your documents. In the top left, you click your Google Documents. It says Momentis Leads. You click that. And now here on this screen, it'll show everybody that's logged in. On the top right, you can see 2 other people. John is in right now, and so is Tavis. And this is simply the lead sheet. So you're going to come in, you're going to scroll all the way down to the bottom. You see here, look at all these people. I mean, it just goes on and 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 on. All of them wondering what's the deal. So anyway, I'll just pick on someone randomly. Yeah, Kathy, Brian here. You got the phone number. Then sometimes they leave a second phone number. Did you book them to a Thursday meeting or a local meeting, whatever it may be? What source did they come from? You see 951 signs, John signs, Anthony's got signs, Louise has signs, I got signs, Moreno Valley's got signs, all kinds of stuff. As well as it might say 916 Craigslist, 951 Craigslist, 858 Craigslist, Orange County Craigslist, Redlands Craigslist. So the source is very important. Now on the right hand side, you see the status. Well, John went through the script, which the script is what I'm going to show you today. He set an appointment for Monday at 1 p.m. Okay? That's easy. So that's what you're going to put there when you succeed. Contact date, email, etc. And it just goes on and on and on with the stuff that is exactly out of the script. Okay? So now, that's where that piece of it is. So now let's go through the script. So we'll use Kathy's name. So we are chatting with Kathy. So you literally say this. Now this script is done in the third person. So even though I'm talking about myself, I'm going to read it exactly like you. So you may have heard me do this over the phone with you when you were a prospect. And so I'm telling it in first person at that point, which ultimately your story will replace some of the Scott Kirkpatrick stuff. Ultimately, to start, this is default. It works. Say every word on the page. Do not deviate. Okay? So here, say, good morning, Kathy. This is Scott Kirkpatrick regarding energy deregulation. I received your number from our signs in Temecula or in San Diego or on Craigslist in Sacramento. Whatever it is, you just replace that part. And I wanted to speak with you to determine if you're a fit for the position, to see if the opportunity is for you. Now, first things first, what's your email address? Right here. This is critical that you understand this part right here. First things first, what's your email address? What we're doing here is we are putting people in the proper mode to listen, proper mode to understand. We're putting them in interview mode. When you think about it, some people call up the number, they hear the message, they leave it, and they say, I'm really excited. Then we get them on the phone and we say, hey, Kathy, this is Scott calling regarding energy deregulation. I received your information from the Craigslist posting in Sacramento, and I wanted to speak with you to determine if you're a fit for the position to see if the opportunity is for you. At that point, some people are like, oh, yeah, how are you making $3,000 a week? What's going on here? Is this a scam? Da, 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 da. What we want to do right then and there is put the brakes on. Put them in interview mode. We're in control. We know how to make $3,000 a week. You don't, or you wouldn't have called. Okay? So, we put them in interview mode. Put them in where we are the authority. This is critical. Now, some people are going to argue with it and say, well, I don't have an email address. Well, we know it's 2011. Of course they have an email address, or they got a relative's email address, or a brother's, or a sister's, or something. So at that point, you're simply going to say, great, well, in order to proceed with the interview, I need an email address to update the record, and in the event I need to send any follow-up information to you, I need the email address. Okay, and they'll go instantly, okay, all right, Ben, this is what it is. Okay? So, you put them in interview mode. So, it goes like this. Kathy, this is Scott Kirkpatrick calling you regarding energy deregulation. I received your number from our signs in Temecula, and I wanted to speak with you to determine if you're a fit for the position to see if the opportunity is for you. First things first, what's your email address? Boom, boom. Now, we got in here, what's your email address? And right here, we're simply going to type in the email address. Right here. See that? That easy. Very important. What's your email address? I assume you have internet access. Go one to the right. Yes, I have internet access. Okay? Do you have reliable transportation? Yes, I do. Update that one. Are you working full time? Yes, I am. Update that field for me. Okay? Put in the yeses and the nos to this stuff so that when we need to market additional information to these people, we have that data. And as a marketing person, I can sort that data and I can mine it. I can say, okay, this month, we're going to send all the people that say they are working full-time and they make more than $50,000 a year, we're going to send them a very personalized email message. And, or if they're not working full-time and they're then we're going to send everybody a voice broadcast right now saying if you start by Wednesday, you get X. Whatever it may be. Very important. So fill out this sheet for me. Okay? Now, to go back here and take it from the top. Again, in the concept of interview mode. Okay? I received your number from our signs in Temecula, and I wanted to speak with you to determine if you're a fit for the position to see if the opportunity is for you. All right? First things first, what's your email address? Give it to you. I assume you have internet access. Is that correct? Because obviously if they give you an email, yeah, internet access. Okay? Do you have reliable transportation? Again, what we're doing, are you working full time? We're putting them in interview mode. We're giving them comfort. This process is going to help alleviate some of the worries about it being a scam, some of the worries about what other challenges it may be, okay? Or what other things are on their mind. So this process puts them in a position where they come into the office, they sit down in the chair, and we start asking interview questions. Very normal, very structured experience. Important. So, do you have reliable transportation? Yes, I do. So then you get to know, what do you do now? Now watch the Reboss video, because this is important. The what do you do now? What type of income are you accustomed to? What are your goals? What do you want to achieve? These kinds of questions. Here you can kind of loosen up. You hit them with 3 or 4 structured interview questions. Now here at this point you want to begin to build a relationship. Watch the Reboss video. Rapport, internet, business, ask qualifying questions, and set a solid appointment. Watch that video to understand your flexibility here. And if you're too nervous, that's okay, because I literally get on the phone and I go top to bottom. And you've heard me do it. Well, maybe not you, but you know, a lot of people that I talk to have heard me do this. When I do the training in person with someone, they're like, hey, this is exactly what you said to me. I'm like, yes! It is exactly what I said to you. It works. Okay? So, what type of income are you accustomed to? Oh, you know, 50 grand. Okay, all right. Well, now, what exactly are you looking for? Are you looking to increase your income a little bit, or are you looking for a complete and total career change? Very important, because it's going to give you the first hot button. Now, a hot button, if you don't have any sales training, a hot button is something that someone wants. All right? In this question, some people are going to say, you know, I got to make some extra money. I can't afford my car payment. I can't afford rent, whatever it is. Others are going to say, dude, I'm done with the restaurant industry. I'm done with whatever it is. I need a complete and total career change, and I got to make good enough money. Okay? So you want to pay attention there, because when they give you the hot button, they're going to tell you exactly what they need to know in order to get excited and join your business and help you build a profitable business that will change people's lives. So you want to listen to that. What's their hot button? Is it increase their income just a little bit, or a complete and total career change? Listen to them. And go right back to the script. Now, assuming I can really show you that $3,000 a week is really and truly possible, what would be most important to you? People usually want one of 3 things. They want either time, you know, more time with the kids, the spouse, or to travel, or they want money. They want nice things. They want to eat out whenever they want, or just a little extra cash to meet their bills. And some people want to make a difference. They want to be part of something huge. And so tell me, what would be most important to you? Okay? It's very important right here. And you want to just read the whole thing. They're going to try to interrupt you on number 2. They're going to try to interrupt you on number 1, whatever it is. But again, you want to get all 3 out there, because all 3 are different. And your best candidate is going to be the guy who says, well, you know, a little bit of all those. Okay? Because people want the time. It's the lifestyle. We can get it to them. People want the money. They can get it. Or they need just a little bit extra cash. They can definitely make that happen. That's how Momentis was started, was to help people create additional part-time income. Number 3, they want to be part of something huge. They want to make a difference. That's my hot button. That's what I want. That's what a lot of people want. They're visionaries. They want energy deregulation. They saw the telecoms deregulating. They saw the airline industry deregulate. And now's their time. Now is their opportunity to be, number 1, a part of something, and number 2, make a difference. And it's human nature to want to be a part of something that's bigger than you, to want to be involved. Okay? So listen for that one. Listen for all 3, because the guy who's money, he's like, dude, I just need to make money. I need to make money right now. That's what I want. Okay? It's important that you hear that as well. That's hot button number 2. Get it, write it down. Now we move on to what is the most important part about this script, and that is the company talk. Okay? The company talk is so important because you're going to use it everywhere, all the time. It's the most important tool in your chest. It's the most important, weapon that you have in your arsenal, because you can stop people that are rude and slap them and say, we're the authority, this is who we are. You can take people that are weak or meager and you can give them confidence, because they understand this is a really strong organization, a really strong company, and that provides them the vision that they need. So, great. Let me tell you a little bit about the company and what we do. The name of the company is called Momentis, and we provide essential services for homes: electricity, natural gas, TV, internet, and more. I'm sorry, you know what? I apologize. I was going a little fast. When I'm actually on the phone with someone and I deliver this, I deliver it in a manner where it's slow and methodical, because you're penetrating their psyche. You're implanting it and making sure that they understand the power in what you're saying. So you would deliver like this. Great, Scott. Let me tell you a little bit about our company and what we do real quick. The name of the company is called Momentis, and we provide essential services for homes: electricity, natural gas, TV, and internet. And more are coming soon. Now, Momentis is founded by a Canadian company called Just Energy. And Just Energy is a $3 billion company that is publicly traded on the stock market. They've been in business 14 years, and they both manufacture and distribute the natural gas and electricity for customers in the United States, Canada, and soon to be Europe in 2012. Now, I don't know about you, but when it comes to earning $3 grand a week or so, I think it's either a scam, it's taking advantage of someone, or it's a big, bad company with an unbelievable opportunity. And let me tell you, this is one big, bad company. So now let me ask you this. What do you know, Scott, or how familiar are you with energy deregulation? Okay? A lot just happened there in that little section of the script, a little, inch and a half, okay, of the script. What happened there is you delivered the company talk, and you delivered it with confidence, conviction, enthusiasm. If you don't know what I mean by that, go back to Gotta Get in Line, watch the confidence, conviction, and enthusiasm video. Very important. It's the foundation. It's the most necessary element or skill of every individual on the planet when it comes to success. So you delivered your company talk. If it was somebody who's rude and, in your face, you slapped them. Put them in place. If it's somebody who is meek, you give them the confidence to believe in something. You hit them with that company talk. And then what happens in the next paragraph is you handle the objection. Is this a scam? This has got to be one of those weird things. You handle that in advance. And this is the most brilliant tool in doing what we do in any kind of sales and marketing opportunities. How to handle the objection in advance. We know everybody's going to have this objection. So we're simply going to handle it in advance. For more information on how to handle objections in advance, go to Gotta Get in Line, search it out, hit the training section, and watch the video training on how to handle objections in advance. Now, what we're doing specifically here is we're before they have the chance to throw it out there, we're saying, now I don't know about you, but when it comes to earning $3 in a week or more, I think it's either a scam, it's taking advantage of someone, or it's a big bad company with an unbelievable opportunity. And let me tell you, this is one big bad company. Now, let me ask you this, Scott. What do you know, or how familiar are you with energy deregulation? What we're doing there is we handle the scam objection, and now we're pointing it back to energy deregulation, which is one of the interesting things to them and the reason they contacted us in the first place. Okay? It's pointing it back to it's the fact that it's not vitamins, it's not juice, it's not shakes, it's not, powders, it's not minerals, potions, lotions, candles, nothing like that. It's energy. Everybody uses it. It's a consumable product. It's TV. Everybody uses it. It's a consumable product. Rather than paying the man and the big company, they should pay you. They should pay us. So, let me ask you this. What do you know, or how familiar are you with energy deregulation? 90% of the people at this point don't have a clue. And they'll say, I don't know anything about it. Other people may know a little bit. I bet 6 months from now, I bet by January 2012, that a lot of people know what energy deregulation is. They know what this opportunity is. So this part here will evolve at that point. But for now, this gives us the opportunity to educate them free of charge, establish ourselves as an authority, and really just give them value. Just teach them about this stuff because people love to learn. And that's going to pique their interest. So, you say, well, let me ask you this, John. What do you know, or how familiar are you with energy deregulation? They say, oh, I don't really know that much about it. And you say, okay, all right. Now, be careful here because in the script, at this point right here, we have some brackets. Okay? Right here. We have some brackets. All right? At that point, if you see a bracket, you do not read it. Bracket equals do not read. And I have had many people over the years, 15 years of training, that read it. Okay? And it sounds hilarious when they do. All right? So, you see the bracket, don't read it. Okay? Follow the instructions. Where in this area, or this, it says, try to summarize what they said so they know that you heard them and then proceed. Okay? That's all we want to do. So what do you know about energy deregulation, or how familiar are you with it? Oh, I really don't know much. Then you say, okay, all right, well, let's just start with the concept of energy deregulation first then. For 100 years or so, the federal government spent all kinds of money building infrastructure. Now, if they went on a diatribe about they've been in the solar industry and they're really interested in the energy world and so on and so forth, then you do your best to summarize that. And you would say, okay, so it sounds like you've been in the solar industry, 5 years or so as a salesperson, and it's not really taken off, and you're interested in the energy world, though. Okay, so let's start with the concept of deregulation first. Okay, just pick it right up there. Very easy to do. Now, for 100 years or so, the federal government spent all kinds of money building infrastructure. They built airports, the telecommunication phone grid, and the energy grid, meaning natural gas and electricity. Now, in the 1970s, they first deregulated airports, the airline industry. Okay, and what that means is they made it so that companies could manage it privately. And I'm just reading this. I'm just following it. Okay? Once you say, okay, let's start with the concept of deregulation first, boom, that's their time to sit down and receive this value, receive this information from you so that they can learn. Okay? Also, in the 1980s, they deregulated the telecommunications industry, meaning they made it so that you could sell phone services, long distance, local, and international as a private company. So in the 1980s, everyone used to pay a company called Pac Bell. Then suddenly you could buy from Sprint and MCI and AT&T. And this causes competition, and competition causes an increase in quality, and an increase in product innovation, and a decrease in price. So for example, when telecom deregulated in the 1980s, okay, by the early 90s, you had phones dialing in with computers into the internet. Then you had wireless and the towers everywhere and wireless laptops, and now it's at the point where you can talk to almost anyone in the world for almost as long as you want for $99 a month with Verizon. So competition absolutely improved the product and decreased the price. I mean, I remember a day, back in the day, when I was a kid, my mom paid Pac Bell $29 a month so that we could have one phone line in our house and talk to our neighbor. So, the concept of deregulation works. You with me so far? And you're probably thinking, yeah, I'm with you. Well, I only said you with me so far because it's right there on the script. Top of page 2. Okay? They're going to say something like, or yeah, oh yeah, I'm with you. So then we say, okay, so about 10 years ago, the federal government started deregulating the energy grid, which is electricity and natural gas. Now, in doing so this time, they wrote the laws so that each state would have to write their own laws and manage it at the state level. And this was obviously done so the states could profit off of it, because if they can increase their revenues, then the less money that the states will borrow from the federal government. Make sense? Okay, so roughly half the nation, or 27 states, have written their laws, and private companies can sell, distribute, and manufacture natural gas and electricity. And with each state that opens up, a company has to get licenses, they got to file for permits and stuff and whatnot. And since Just Energy both manufactures and distributes the energy, and Momentis is now the sales force, it takes time to open up each state in each area. So at this point, we're in 6 or so states for electricity and 4 or so for natural gas. I think at the time, in just a month, just 6 weeks after writing this script and using it to put in our first people, that's already expanded. We're in more than 6 now and more than 4. But I still read exactly this. I still say 6 states for electricity and 4 for natural gas, which is hilarious. Okay, we cover most of Canada, and we're expanding into Europe next year, which is way cool. So follow me on everything so far? Yeah, and you're probably thinking, yeah, all right. Well, it's just in the script right there. Follow me on everything so far? Okay, all right. So all I've done is read the last page and a half. Read it. All right, so you follow me on everything so far? Yeah, I follow you. Okay. Well, my business partner, Scott Kirkpatrick, has been in the business just a few weeks now. And in his first week, he made $97. Woohoo! Nothing to write mom home about. In his second week, he made $697. And in his third week, he made $2,050. Now, here's the crazy part. He could have made $8,400 his third week, which is weird to say to someone over the phone, particularly off of a sign ad or a Craigslist ad. And that's okay, because it's true. Now, the reason he only made $2,050, which is still great compared to most people, is that rather than taking all the money for himself, he sprinkled the people across his organization so that he would make more money long term. So he built out his tree, so to speak, and took the short-term loss in exchange for a long-term gain. Okay, so how was he able to do that? Great question. All right, now, a lot just happened in that paragraph as well. Let me break it down for you. So you say to someone, follow me on everything so far? And they say, yeah. And you say, okay, all right. My business partner, Scott Kirkpatrick, has been in the business just a few weeks now. In his first week, he made $97. Very realistic and true. Second week, he made $697. Very realistic and true. His third week, made $2,050. Okay? Now, here's the crazy part. He could have made $8,400 in his third week, which is weird to say to someone over the phone, particularly off of a sign ad. And that's okay because it's true. That statement right there, and that's okay because it's true, needs to be done with an enormous amount of conviction. It's the only line in the whole script that I wish I could emphasize and say it for everybody every time. Because I've heard it said wrong. All right, now, you just got to say it. You can say it like, and that's okay because it's true. You can say, and that's okay because it's true. Okay, what you can't say is, and that's okay because it's true. So now the reason he only made $2,050, which is still, that's the only, you can't do that. Okay, you have to show belief and conviction in that statement because it is weird to say to someone over the phone that answered a sign on the side of the road. Now, when my team and I were going through this part here, and I showed them the numbers and showed them the money, showed them everything, we decided immediately we're going to go put the signs up everywhere. And we're going to recruit everybody, and we're going to teach everybody how to do that. So they went and did that while I digested this and typed this script together. So these are literally all the words that 99% of our organization has heard in exactly the way it is. Okay? So now, after you say, so he built his tree out, so to speak, so he took a short-term loss in exchange for a long-term gain. It's the first time you've planted the seed on MLM, planted the seed on network marketing, planted the seed on home-based business. Okay? So what we're going to do now is we're going to tell them what their question is. Okay? Right after we say that, we're going to say, so how was he able to do that? Great question. And the guy's going to literally think, go from, oh, is this MLM? Is this a home-based? Is this the MLM to, oh, yeah, how was he able to do that? Okay? That's what we're going to do right there. So two things made this possible. Now, you need to understand that both of these elements that make this kind of success possible are exclusive to our team. No one else can offer you this. This is critical. Exactly as said. Exactly as written here. Okay? The first thing that made this possible is Scott Kirkpatrick's background. He's got 14 years in internet marketing. He built a couple of the fastest growing companies in the nation. His company was literally ranked the 5th fastest growing company in San Diego and number 292 out of the fastest 500 growing companies in the nation. He's done business and trained sales forces in 4 countries. He's literally trained thousands of people in sales. He has a marketing mind. We've got hundreds of inquiries off of these signs and the Craigslist ads. He bought a UPS truck that's just driving around California with the website address on it and the phone number on it generating leads. He's a search engine optimization guru. SEO stands for search engine optimization. He's a search engine optimization guru. We're already ranked on the first page of Google for our keywords, energy, deregulation, California, network marketing. Because if somebody types that in, that's my guy. That's who I want. Momentous compensation plan. That's our company. Somebody goes to somebody else's meeting, then goes to look up Momentous compensation plan on the internet. I want to be there because we're going to pull them in. Make sense? You with me? All right, good. So picking back up on number 6 here. He's a search engine optimization guru. We're already ranked on the first page of Google for our keywords in energy deregulation, California, network marketing, Momentous compensation plan. We literally have more leads than we can handle. Notice all caps, say it with confidence. We have a scalable training system with 28 webinars, morning coaching calls. I'm running new guy morning training every morning at 9 a.m. 2 webinars weekly and regional trainings in place to force people to succeed. Now, most people will pay tens of thousands of dollars to work with Scott and be trained by his team. Within 3 weeks of joining, he has the expertise to be making 10 grand in a week. How many people do you know that could do that? You with me? It's another important sentence. It's not how many people do you know that could do that. Okay? Because they may answer. I don't know any. Or they may say, I know 5. Or what do you mean by that? Or how is he able to do that? Whatever. You are asking the question and tying it and controlling the conversation. How many people do you know that could do that? You with me? The only answer is yeah. Yeah, I'm with you. And you go, okay, great. I assume that you're interested in learning more, right? Yes. Again, tell them what they're thinking. Tell them what their question is. Tell them what they need to know. Okay, great. I assume that you're interested in learning more, right? Yes. Good. Well, what we need to do is set up a time where we can go through the company information, specifically the products, the compensation plan, and then we can get into the second part about what makes this work so quickly for someone. Okay? Now here, at this point, you have a fork in the road. You're either going to go website or you're going to go local meeting. Now, in Temecula, where I am now, we have meetings a couple times a week. Up the road in Hemet, we have meetings a couple times a week. Up the road a little farther in Redlands, we have meetings a couple times a week. We're getting ready to launch Moreno Valley. We're getting ready to launch Lake Elsinore. We're getting ready to go into San Diego and launch Escondido, San Marcos, Rancho Bernardino, Poway, etc. So there will be meetings everywhere. I'm also recruiting in Sacramento because Sacramento is close to some relatives that I have up there that I want to cause some belief in so we can get them into the business because I love this and I know what this will do. So I'm recruiting in that area. Now those people may be calling on the leads down here. If you're calling on the leads, at this point in the script, you know what city they're in. So you should know if you have a meeting. If you have a meeting, then you book them to the meeting. If you don't have a meeting in that area, you don't go through the meeting script. You go through the website script. Now, if you start with the meeting conversation and they say they're not available at that time, you don't sit there and chum it up with them. You go right back to the website script and you book them for tomorrow or the next day for the website presentation. Okay? This has to be done exactly like this. You're not giving them the web address. You're not saying, oh, check it out whenever you want. No. We are controlling the process. They saw a sign. They called the phone number. They left a message saying, call me. We called them. We read this script. Now the next step is setting a time when they can be in front of a website when it's good for us and we can control that process. In step 2, we'll call them at that time. And we'll have them watch the videos. We will keep them on mute. After that, then we will go through our script and answer our questions and sign them up. It works perfectly. If you give somebody the web address and say, great, catch me when you can, well, you might as well just hand them your business card. Okay? They're not going to do it. It's not going to go anywhere. Very rare. Okay? I've done this a long time. So, taking it from again. Okay, great. So I assume you're interested in learning more, right? Yes. Good. Well, what we need to do now is set up a time when we can go through the company information, specifically the products, the compensation plan, and then we'll get into the second part that makes this work so quickly. Website. We will need to set up a time when you can be in front of a computer connected to the internet. Is that possible? Meaning, do you have a computer? Do you have internet? Yes, I do. Great. Do you have a computer with speakers and high-speed internet? Yes, I do. Because if they don't have speakers, it's not going to work. If they don't have high-speed internet, it's not going to work. Go back to the Reboss video on Gotta Get in Line. Watch the Reboss video so you understand your the I in Reboss. Okay? So then we say, okay, great. When would be the best time for you? Are mornings or afternoons better for you? And they say, mornings are. And you say, okay, let me see. I can do Tuesday at 10:30. Will that work for you? Yes, it will. Are you sure? Yes, it will. Okay, great. Well, then I got you set for Tuesday at 10:30. I look forward to speaking with you then. We will give you a call. We will hop online. We'll have some fun. We'll look at the compensation plan. We'll look at the products. And we will get into the second part of what makes this work so quickly. Okay? Great. Thank you. May the force be with you. Keep on rocking with your bats up. Boom. Now, if there's a meeting in the local area, we say, okay, great. I assume that you're interested in learning more, right? Yes, good. Well, what we need to do now is set up a time when you can go through the company information, specifically the products, compensation plan, and then we'll set up, and we'll get into the second part about what makes this work so quickly. Now, are you available on Monday at 7? Notice I don't say we have a meeting in the area next week in the evenings. Are you available on Monday night to go to a meeting? I don't say that. I say, are you available on Monday at 7? If they say yes, then you book the meeting. If they say no, then you go back to the website script. Do you understand? This is critical. Okay? Now, you say, are you available Monday at 7? They say yes. And you say, good. Boom. Next sentence. Since you're located in Temecula, I will book you for Monday at 7, where we will cover the rest of it in person and get all of your questions answered by either myself or a top producer. Are you sure that that time will work for you? Yes, I am. Great. Nice job reading the script. Okay? Very important. All right? Since you are located in Hemet, I'll book you for Saturday night at 6, where we will cover the rest of it in person and get you all the questions answered by yourself or a top producer. What's going to be answered? Well, specifically the product, specifically the compensation plan, so that they know how this kind of income is possible, and specifically the second part of what makes this work so quickly for someone. Why us? Why now? That's what's going to be answered. Okay? So then, at the meeting, are you sure that's going to work for you? And now this is very important. Brackets. After the appointment is set, you're going to let myself, you're going to let John, you're going to let Tavis know, and soon we'll have a communication mechanism in place where you can send in an email, boom, and then we will get that so that we can either conference you in so that you can listen to us do the second part, or if you're not available, we just do the second part, and then after you've heard that done 3, 4, 5 times, you'll be trained up so you can do the second part. I got a script for the second part. You'll go through that script with the person. I can teach you exactly how to do it. It works like clockwork. And then after you've done that 3, 4, 5 times with us, you'll have all the answers. You can go and do it yourself. And then if you have a question at that point, or if your prospect does, then you'll simply write it down and you will loop in one of us on a 3-way. And then we'll handle it for you after they've seen the videos, after you've followed the available script on step 2. Make sense? All right, good. And it is literally that easy. Remember, go back to Gotta Get in Line, watch the Reboss video, watch the Abdeck video, watch the Invite video, and a ton of other videos. Have a lot of fun, and let's get ready to kick some ass because we got a business to build, baby. We got to get 1,000 people within 12 months, and they each get 5 people, 10 people each, and then we got 5,000 reps, 6,000 reps, 7,000 reps. Everybody has 10 customers each. We got 50, 60, 70,000 customer points underneath us. Making anywhere from 50 cents to $2 a pop off each point per month. Woo-hoo! Yeah! That's hot. So, get ready. Dig deep. Make it happen. Push yourself hard. The time is now. You're in the right place at the right time. Don't blow it. All right? May the force be with you. Keep on rocking with your pads up. See ya!